How you going, guys? So checking in from a sunny Airlie Beach today. This is the pool, very nice. Just wanted to do a quick post to firstly talk about a little bit of an issue that I've seen with a couple of people now, and that is an injury or niggle to the ankle complex, whether it be tendonitis or just some general calf soreness. It seems that it's starting to become a little bit common between a few groups, and so just wanted to do a quick little post on that. So if you are in that category and you think that you're getting sore, it is likely from your plyometrics. Okay, so the most explosive movements, such as our jumping and our pogos and things like that, it is either one, you're pushing too fast too early, meaning you've gone from slight little pogos and then you've gone all the way into max effort pogos for 30 jumps, and that's just too much for your body to withstand. Or you haven't been consistent with your jumping. So the pogos, the low amplitude stuff that isn't as high intensity as say the box jumps, that is there for is to accumulate low intensity jumping so that then we're prepared for more high intensity efforts. Our high intensity jumps, such as our box jumps, there's only 2 or 3 efforts, so it's not a whole lot of load that goes through the body, especially because we're landing on a box. And so that shouldn't be too demanding on the body in terms of load and damage. It is, however, very intense. So you need to make sure that we're prepared for that by doing the low amplitude stuff beforehand. If you're getting pain with that, it's likely, you've either gone too hard too early or you haven't been consistent. And I know sometimes you see the jumps and you're like, why do I want to do 25 little baby jumps as part of my warm-ups? But honestly, guys, it's so crucial that you are doing that, because it's going to give you the opportunity to build up that load and reduce your chance of injury when we do go to that really high intense stuff. And likewise, you can't just do one session a week and then, all of a sudden go straight into high intensity jumps and be like, oh, that's why I'm sore. So it's either an accumulation of load, inconsistency, or you've gone too hard too early. So the ways that we can fix that is, one, still focus on your calf strengthening exercises. So we've obviously got the bent knee variations targeting your soleus, and the straight legged stuff more so that gastroc. The third part of that is building up elastic capacity, which is through those low amplitude plyometrics. So ensure that we're doing that, but don't do them at say 100% intensity unless it's listed. Just try and get 60 to 70% low level jumps just in your warm up to prepare you for the movements that you're then going to do. The other one is, if you are feeling that pain, try and reduce your load if you are feeling really, really sore. I've got no problem with you being like, oh, you know what? I can't hit max speed today. I just feel sore. My ankle doesn't feel right. You know what? Take a little bit of time off, have the session off, or try and just replace it with say an 85% tempo run. That's more than okay. Last thing we want to be doing is going from soreness from our plyometrics, which is elastic, into a greater elastic movement such as sprinting, that's even more high demand on the body, because that's just going to make your injury worse. So I'm actually going to post up a little photo. This is by Athletes Authority. They did a great little plyometric continuum that I've used before in rehabbing a couple of people, and it'll basically show where you are on that curve. And if you're getting pain at one of those levels, then you might need to back off and just go to say low amplitude plyometrics, do that for a week or two. Once you're happy with that and you're not feeling any pain, then you can go into the more high intensity stuff, and then you can bring back sprinting, okay? Last thing we want to do is break down now, being this early in the season. And so I just thought, this is something that I wanted to address, because I think there's 3 or 4 people it's sort of affecting now. That's all I've got to say on that one. Keep going with your calf strengthening exercises. It's probably one of the most underrated parts of the program. And as we've seen with that data that I've posted about injuries, the ankle, hips and groins and your hamstring are the 3 most common places that you're injured in a game of footy. So hit them as really, really hard, and you're going to reap the rewards. In terms of the program, we're now coming into week 6. So this will be the week that you can not send it, but pretty much go nice and hard at those strength exercises, provided you are feeling good and you've been on the program for 3 or 4 weeks. If it's your first couple of weeks, still take it easy, and when we introduce this next set or this next little block, you'll be able to pick it up from there. So yeah, week 6, really give it a good crack. Try and hit some nice numbers, especially on, say, your hip thrust, your bench press, all of those compound exercises we've been trying to progress over the last 6 weeks. You should start to feel some really good strength gains or increases, I'm hoping. And then we'll move on to the next little block.